And just to give you a quick story, it was a rainy day, Chicago, kind of winter, kind of spring, super cold. And I got a payments business. So, I mean, you talk to the business owner if he signs, whatever. So I went to a business on this day and I was like, man, I don't think this is like Saturday. So most of the time business owners aren't in the business. And I just said, to hell with it. I'll just go for a half hour. I'll just go for an hour because it's up to me, right? There's nobody telling me, nobody on my shoulders because I'm independent. So I walked in and I connected really well with the cashier. And I was like, hey, the owner of this place, he owns like 2 or 3 of these, right? Well, it was a lucky guess. He said, yeah, he owns like 3 of them. And I'm like, what's his number? I think I might have connected with him before, but I forgot. What's his number? Do you mind giving it to me? And he gave me his number. And then he gave me his number, and then I took his name. Now, I mean, there's different ways to do business. I'm not saying everybody should do this. Some people got a little, thing about being exact, proper, and honest and all that.
Honest.
No, you got to know when to cut corners sometimes.
Yeah, you got to be able to,
marketing,
move.
man.
You got to be moving
Marketing.
smart.
Somebody told me that one time, said, you know why you're going to go far? Because you know how to operate in the gray.
Exactly.
You got to know how to operate in the gray.
So I call this dude. I'm like, Adnan, what's up, man? How you been? It's been so long. I'm so sorry, man. I was supposed to follow up with you, and we were supposed to get your 3 locations. You know how we got this new thing where, the processing fees is over with. What's going on with you this week, though? I want to make it up to you. It's been a while since we talked or whatever. And this dude, and I'm like, hey, by the way, I only work with people with multiple locations. You do have multiple locations, right? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, word. All right, cool. And then we set up a time. He was still a little bit of a pain in the ass because he was like, I don't remember meeting this dude. You know what I mean?
Well, they put that in like scripts when you go to like a boiler room. It's like, I don't know if you remember me, but we talked about a year ago. Oh, yeah. Like, that's exactly.
Because I was in that moment. I was just like, I want to see because I want to know that the moment that this happened was the day, on a rainy day, I decided nobody's telling me to do work. It's Saturday. I just got done lifting. I'm tired. But you know what? Let me just give it a shot. And so now I remember because I ended up closing that dude. I make $1,000 a month off him and his 3 locations. It's pretty much straightforward. And, he led me into other people. He sent me referrals. Actually, I don't really know exactly how much I'm making. Well over 20, 25,000 so far because he's been a client for a while. But that's the kind of thing that can happen if you, take initiative. And that's the big thing with sales is to take initiative.
Yeah, dude.
You can't be afraid. Like, when you're operating in
what's the
fear,
worst that can happen?
They could say no.
It's